going, guys? It's Deathmog here. Today we're going to be talking about some things rather interesting concerning Call of Duty Season 4 for Warzone and Modern Warfare 2. So as you guys can see, it's going to be kicking off on June 14th, which is just under a week's time. And this new Warzone map called Vondel, taking place in Amsterdam in the Netherlands, has actually revealed the brand new map that we're going to be playing on. So this is shot down from up above. So as you guys can see, we've got Castle, University, City Hall, Central Station, the mall, the graveyard, the fire department, the floating district. There's also the zoo, the police station, the stadium, the cruise terminal, the museum and the exhibit. So that's really interesting there. Call of Duty were asking us where we're going to drop first. Let me know in the comments box down below. I'm keen to hear what you guys' views and opinions are of that. So that's really interesting. Also on top of this, we've actually got some rather interesting declassified information here, if that makes sense. So we're just going to go quickly around the entire AO of Vondel, and we're going to talk about the specific POIs. First of all, Castle. Vondel's Castle is a 13th century World Heritage Site located in the city's northeast sector. Intelligence suggests that the Central Iron currently holds the main fortified headquarters of Redacted, and that they are deeply entrenched within the fortress. As the mist dissipated, Operator Cleo reported a complex interior with several bedrooms, chambers, living spaces and hallways, connected by passageways, a crypt and at least one water access point. This fortification is technically the tallest structure in Vondel, though it may not offer the prominence of sightlines. Operators should expect light to medium enemy resistance when breaching its interior locations. On the perimeter there appears to be a small abandoned chapel with a crypt, as well as a working farm, a pavilion and some gardens. So that's interesting. The survey team encountered several UAV towers in this location, making it one of the more exposed areas for recon tech in Vondel. Operators should be prepared to encounter one of multiple enemy strongholds and heighten enemy response. Be advised, the main road network only covers the southeast side of the island, and other access points are the bridges leading to the main castle and dirt roads around it. Although entry points via the land are limited, there are numerous amphibious access points, including the castle's moat. With the use of watercraft or amphibious vehicles along with stealth underwater infiltration is recommended. The castle itself is the main linchpin for control of the area. Operator Chewie confirmed that the interior of the ransacked 3-story structure includes a dining hall, kitchen, master bedroom, bathrooms, a multi-story foyer, and a multitude of other chambers. Expect fast-paced close quarters engagement. The exterior is outfitted with several ascenders that lead to impressive vantage points at the top of the structure, where operators can utilise numerous exposed sightlines to other POIs. University. Prior to the events of Redacted, Rivenburg University was a renowned research facility. The main structure is 3 stories, with its primary entrance leading to a reception area. The atrium is an open concept with staircases leading up and down floors, with shops and a second-story courtyard. A courtyard ascender, as well as other 3 around the building, leads to the top of the university parking structure, which also has a spiral ramp to the other levels in the green roof. Additionally, there is the Rivenburg Arts Centre, which contains multiple floors of what appears to be mid-century artwork, as well as an artist's penthouse on the accessible 3rd floor. There are 2 exterior centres to this living space with views over to City Hall, the mall and back to University. This area also contains a University village with several small shops and the maintenance hallways, a staging area for a concert, the gas station behind the arts centre and a few floating homes around the river surrounding the island. So be aware, the atrium provides many opportunities for a counter-attack. Operator Reyes scrubs the artist's penthouse as an advantageous location to clock enemies coming from nearby POIs such as Castle, City Hall and Mall. Also note the reinforced glass of the University Village roof connects to the 2nd floor of the University. Operators should use that as a potential flank route against those on higher floors. Intelligence suggests that there are 2 enemy strongholds in the region, one in the University and the other at the village. Both heavily occupied with elite soldiers. Additional intel gathered during Redacted suggests a possible dead drop Redacted. The gas station is the only dedicated land vehicle filling station in North Vondel. To gain an advantage, operators are advised to activate the UAV tower at the arts centre behind the station and use caution when navigating the exposed bridge to the northern road. The City Hall. The Greek Revival building has 5 floors, 2 of which are widely accessible. The main vestibule contains a grand staircase to the building's iconic main room, which has a marble-floored foyer with several lion statues and an impressive ceiling fresco. From meeting rooms to the mailroom to the central courtyard, there is no shortage of areas to sweep through to find enemy opposition. The building's rooftop cupola will serve as a handy vantage point. Operators can access this via an exterior ascender from the foyer balconies or by navigating the adjacent rooftops. So that's really interesting there. There's also a nearby UAV tower. I'm not going to go too much into this, guys, but the nearby UAV tower there, that looks really interesting. And operators who manage to lock down the area may hold the advantage in most combat situations. So, but close quarters combat should be expected. Okay. There's also Central Station. Primary target Nikto and Redacted forces to appear to have attacked the Central Station with severe collateral damage. So that's interesting. There is evidence they use this location as their insertion point in the event of Redacted. Access points to the station include numerous ground level doors at the front and side entrances, as well as a handful of underground entrances. Operators should use caution while infiltrating the latter. Alternatively, the staircases on either the north or south side of the building can be utilised. Be advised when inside the main station, check the ticket plaza, mezzanine and shops for useful items, and be very wary of hostile forces. Okay. Recon team noted what appears to be a connecting tunnel beneath the main staircase, as well as elevator shafts up to the second floor museum area and roof. Okay, that's interesting. I've also got the mall. It's called the Cardinal Shopping Centre, consists of an older Baroque revival structure. A lot of abandoned shops. It can be enemy laid traps there, so that's interesting. What areas open nature? Aerial ordnance may be most effective in removing enemy squads or hostile forces. Operators are advised to use the areas of rendezvous point before returning to market, central station or police station. Souvenirs district, so that's interesting there. Like I say, guys, I don't want to go too much into this, but if you want to read this for yourselves, I will leave this link down in the description. You can see what all of these look like. I'm pretty sure they're most likely going to be similar to what was either in the campaign or in real life, so that's really interesting there. There's got a few images there of the market. So that's interesting there. A few more shots of, I think that's the Stratport. I hope I'm going to butcher some of these names here. I've also got the graveyard. Interesting. Interesting. Police station. Very interesting to talk about there, guys. I think it's a bit too much talking for me if I say everything that there is to say on this specific blog. But I'll let you guys read this for yourselves, guys, just to give a bit of an idea of what to expect. A few more shots of, what's the name of this one? Courtyard. Really interesting. The fire department, or the fire station, however you want to interpret it. The department itself is U-shaped, which is interesting. On the other side of the helipad is a boat docking area as well, next to the floating districts, so that's a good pointer to keep an eye out for. Floating district. I can't wait to see the stadium, to be honest with you, but that's the one I'm most excited for. So floating district, you can see all these cut-off points, all those choke points. You don't obviously come across it there. Zoo, pretty interesting. I expected a bit more in the zoo, to be quite honest with you, but let's see how much similar it is compared to what's in real life. But that's just my opinion there, guys. Here we go. Stadium is coming up in a second. Right, so Centrum Stadium. Okay. A Blue Lady mural and a large-scale lion painting. That's interesting. Not your average stadium. I think it's more of a paintball stadium than anything else, but really interesting to look forward to. I'll be honest with you, I was expecting maybe a large stadium similar to that stadium from Verdansk, but that's honestly what I first expected when I first saw it, but they must have made some changes some point down the line. Cruise terminal. Okay. Pretty cool if I do say so myself. I've also got a hearing museum. Okay, looks pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay. Kunstner Museum there. Exhibit. Why does that resemble a shark to you? I don't know what that's all about, but that's pretty cool. Apparently it's called the Nye Museum. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Nye? I don't know how to pronounce that word, but let me know in the comments box down below if you're from this part of the world. But pretty exciting if I do say so myself. Let me know what you guys thought of this in the comments. So as you guys can see, we've also got a trailer for multiplayer, including 2 core maps, 2 gunfights and 2 battle maps. There's going to be an extra core map at the Reloaded update, so let's take a look at this. Now I've deliberately turned off the audio here due to copyrighted music, so hope everyone's alright with that. But looks really interesting to look forward to, guys. Again, let me know what you guys thought of that in the comments box down below. Okay. Also, is there anything else I need to tell you guys about? I've also got some images. This map I'm pretty sure you'll recognise as Showdown from Modern Warfare 1 2007. I've got this one, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, might be Kunstner, but I'll have to double check on that, so that's really interesting. Jumped a bit ahead there. I've also got Mikado, which is a gunfight map. Looks pretty cool. Probably take on Mikado Las Almas, but we'll have to wait and see. I've also got Penthouse, which is the Chicago map, so I can't wait to play on that. So yeah, looks really interesting, guys. Again, let me know what you guys' thoughts are. I think that's more or less it. So if you haven't checked it out already, I have made a video about this roadmap, which I have covered in another video. Make sure you guys do check that out. Link will be in the description and annotated at the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash the thumbs up button. If you didn't, smash the subscribe button. Don't forget the notification for some of the same more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then.